Yo, what's going on guys? It's your boy JC and we're back for a brand new video today talking about how you can edit high quality files on your not so powerful editing device. Let's get into it. How are you going to go about being able to edit high resolution files on your maybe not so powerful editing station is simply by using proxies. Now, what is a proxy? Well, a proxy is, in this case anyway, is literally just using a low resolution, maybe a lower quality version of the same file you've recorded in the high quality version. So for example, if you're shooting 4K and maybe your laptop or computer can't really handle 4K files, a proxy version of that video will be maybe a 720p, so something that's not so heavy to be able to edit. Now, how this is beneficial for your computer is because it's not having to render and process so many pixels and so much data. Your computer will have an easier time breaking it down and going to edit it. Now, there's two ways how you can go about being able to use proxies. There's a fast way and a slow way, and not so many know about the fast way that can actually save you a lot of time when you're trying to proxy your files. Because obviously when you record, you don't want to be using your proxy clips as your main clips, right? You want to have your normal clips and then have other clips, basically duplicates that are proxies, duplicates that aren't as high quality of those same clips. So we're going to jump in and show you how you can actually do that with both ways, because the fast way isn't actually available on every single camera system to my knowledge, but this is still faster than trying to edit high resolution videos on a not so powerful computer. So let's go. Alright, cool. So we're here open on my two tabs here. So we've got my SSD file folder for this video and then SD card for what I've just shot. So the beginning of this video is what we're going to be using, as I shot that in 4K just so we can use it for example. So go into here, private, open all that, clip, cool. So we have our 7 clips here. I've already transferred them over to here just to save a bit of time. If I can get into that folder, there we go. So we have all the clips. So once you've got all your clips in the folder that we're going to be using, I can now eject that. Don't need SD card inside. Take that out. Go into Premiere Pro. So I've already opened up a new file. We'll just now quickly drop in those clips. Premiere Pro, projects. Let's come out of this one. It was in proxies, footage, videos, Sony, all of these. Cool. Cool, so now that that's imported, we'll make a new sequence, 4K here, we'll just call this proxies. Cool. So yeah, so here we have, as you can see, if we go to properties, drag this up, we can see here that it's in 4K, right? And I mean, my laptop, 13-inch 2018 MacBook Pro, nothing special, nothing too powerful. You can see it drops quite a few frames from going through it. It can handle it, like it's not too bad. I can play it without any real issues, but you know, when you're trying to scrub through, it's not the best unless you go through and render it first. However, you don't want to be doing that for every single clip. That's a little bit long, right? So how you can go about this and actually go about making proxies, if you highlight all your clips, not including the sequence, right click on here, proxy, create proxies. And here it's going to go through all the settings. You browse where you want to make your proxies, you press OK, and then it will open up Media Encoder, and it will start rendering the proxies out here. So you can see all the proxies on our rendering. However, if you have a lot of very powerful clips, then this way may get a little bit tedious. You know, you may have it taking loads of time to actually create that proxy. I mean, I did stop it just because I don't need them all. However, these clips are your clips, but they're also proxies. So if I drag this in now, I can go, you see how it's a lot smoother than before. It's not dropping as many frames because this is now a 720 clip. This clip does not have as much data. However, when I go to export, it's still going to export with the exact settings that I shot it in. So it's still going to export in 4K if that's what I'm exporting it in 4K, right? And that's exactly what we want. However, I said this is a little bit of the slower way because, you know, you do have to go through that process where you're waiting for all of these clips to render into a smaller file. But there is a much quicker way, which I'm going to break down how to do. Cool. So how you're going to go about setting up your proxy recording is really, really simple. I'm not sure how to do this on other cameras, on other systems, if it's possible, but I know for Sony it definitely is. So you simply go in the menus, go on the second page, come down to proxy recording. So if I change this to 4K, I'll be now shooting in 4K. proxy recording, and just go to on. Now that is going to be, as you're recording, that's going to be saving 2 different versions of your file to your SD card. You can save it to different SD cards if you want. I just find it easier doing it to one, but that's now going to record a 720p version as well as a 4K version. Okay, cool. So now that I've shown you how to create proxies from your actual camera, so when you go to import them, you have proxies with it. So I'll show you that now, how that actually looks. So if we open, slip this back in, put that SD card back in, come in, cool, SD card, private, and for root, same thing. So now on the Sonys, what they do, you saw we had the clips earlier, but when they're recording the proxy, it just puts it in the sub file. So these are the exact same things here. As you can see, SO3. That SO3 is just basically telling you it's the smaller version. Yeah. How you actually go about attaching those is so much quicker than having to create proxies from that very same video. So we have all our clips here. So what I'm going to do real quick is actually delete all of these just because I don't want any of the proxies. Cool. And just before I add those clips in, I'm just going to move the proxies into a file that I like. So if we open up this tab, I don't like this being on separate pages. Private, and for subs, so we have our clips here, right? So now that our clips are there, oh, I have 2 open the same thing, my bad. Okay, cool. Sony proxies, let's just delete all of these because they aren't the proxies we want, but we have a proxy folder here. Drag and drop them in. Cool, now that they're in, all we have to do, import our footage again. So here is the footage, we're in the right folder, I think. Yep, Sony, drag them in, import. If we right click on properties, then we can see that is our 4K file. Cool. So now what we want to do, now we have those clips. Before we went on to create proxies, however this time we want to go to attach proxies. And it's going to come up with this, or basically Premiere Pro is asking where are those proxy files that you want to attach. So if we go to attach, it's now going to come up with the location. So we need to just go through videos, proxies, footage, video, Sony, proxies. Once we click into here, we have all these. So we are attaching proxies to clip 1. Click on clip 1, press OK. Now, if you have a lot of clips, that's going to take a very long time to do each one manually. Now, only having 7, it's not too bad. However, the fast way how you can go about doing this, so it actually does it automatically, as you see here, an option here is relink others automatically. If we come back into this file, this is the real source right here. We go and select all, as we don't need the first one anymore. Right click to rename, and now where it says SO3, that's what we don't want. We don't want it to say SO3. What we want it to actually say is underscore proxy. So let the Premiere Profile know these are proxy files. So if we go to find and put S03, now it's going to find all the names that have S03 and change that to underscore proxy. Just like that. Now, when we go to import the next one, so clip number 2, we go to attach, number 2, OK, locating media, and it's all done. Now it's done all of those clips. So now when we come back onto the timeline, it scans a lot better, a lot easier. You can see a lot less frames were dropped compared to when I had the original 4K clip. And that is literally how you can go about editing your higher resolution clips on your lower resolution computer. On your lower quality, on your less powerful editing machine. Yeah, that's pretty much all from me. I know when I first learned this blew my mind because I was really struggling on editing loads of 4K files, but this just makes it so much easier. And even on 1080, it still works if you want to do that. For me, my situation, I personally don't need to use it. Even for 4K, I don't need it, but it does speed up my workflow and has less of a lag. So that's how I go about my workflow. If you have learned something new, I'd really appreciate it if you just drop a like, comment, and subscribe down below. And yeah, have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.